if government wants to do this, you can't just say you want to train 100 people. So when you 100 million people, when you train the 100 million people, let's say you're able to do it.
Yes.
How strong is the broadband across the country for them to be able to access this job? A lot of people will lose their job even if they get the digital job because of fluctuating internet. A lot of people will lose their job in 1 week. That is one. What about power? You need power to be able to do these jobs. What about the policies? So is our policies robust enough that when my employer from America starts sending me dollars, EFCC will not come and arrest me and call me Yahoo boy? Do we have broad policies? Do our agencies understand this?
This is Soup business landscape.
The federal government has launched a bold initiative to train at least 100 million Nigerians in digital literacy as part of efforts to strengthen human capital and accelerate the country's digital transformation agenda. Now, the program will be implemented in partnership with Clergy Wealth Cooperative Society. It's a humanitarian empowerment-focused organization. It aims to equip citizens with essential skills needed for evolving global economy. Announcing the initiative, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, that's Senator George Akume, inaugurated the Joint Implementation Committee for National Conference on Digital Literacy and introduced the Clergy Wealth Digital Skill Initiative. Well, this is quite a good one. I've always advocated for digital literacy, especially in ministries, local governments, because we still have a lot of them who are a bit resistant, let me put it that way. Not that they are not educated, but a bit resistant to digital skills. Do you think this is a good initiative?
There is no initiative that has to do with skill acquisition that is not good. The only snag here is at what level is this implementation going to happen?
100 million Nigerians, will it go around?
100 million Nigerians. Nana asked the question, how are you going to train 100 million Nigerians? It's always nice we are very specific. I think I really want to see that number again. Did they say 100 million Nigerians?
Yes, it says
100 million Nigerians.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that? Are you training them via internet classes?
How many of them have internet access?
Are you training them via... So now, I don't want to attack Akume. I don't want to say anything about... Now, let's break this down. If that particular story of training 100 million Nigerians, I want to say that is a political statement. So they should desist from this kind of...
They said at least, so it could be more.
At least 100 million Nigerians.
Yes.
Okay, if we go by census and what they've given us as our population, we are about approximately 250 million Nigerians.
Yes.
We have not been able to provide soccer to 50 million Nigerians.
10 million Nigerians.
Okay. Now, we're not able to provide palliative to 50 million Nigerians. Now we want to train 100 million Nigerians. So the question I'll ask again, through what platform? How are you going to reach 100 million Nigerians when it comes to training? So you're telling me that you are going to train approximately 40% of Nigerians digital literacy.
Set up workshops?
Digital workshops where?
Across the states?
Let's be specific. No, these are one of these political statements that people make to, I don't know who they want to impress. That is one. And I don't know, I hope this is not in the budget. I hope so, because I'm going to look for it. I just hope this is not in the budget. So we should be specific. The organization that is mentioned there, kudos to you. If you tell me if Akojai local government is training 10,000 youths, I will say for Akojai local government, thank you very much. You can find you where you are. You have town halls, you have markets, you can have schools where you can send people to train, or you have a digital platform you can tell them go. But you are telling me you are training 100 million Nigerians in what? To do what? On what skill? We need to be specific right now. We've gone beyond the time of political campaign of I'll build road for you, I'll put AC on your highways. This is just what it sounds like.
Coming to you, Mokhtar, what digital or what job skills basically would these unlock?
There are so many. The digital economy is a very, very huge economy, and there are so many jobs there lying around globally. Like Mr. Chuk said, this sounds very vague, like a political statement. And I'd like to point out that about 10 years ago, the governor of Osun State at the time, Ogbeni Aregbesola, started the digital literacy into the curriculum in Osun State, where he was giving primary school kids
A laptop?
tablets.
Tablets. Okay.
Tablets with the state educational curriculum and everything translated into Yoruba and English, and fully the
How successful was the program?
It was a very, very successful program, but the government that came out, it was heavily criticized because we all know how much a average tablet costs. In Nigeria of today is about average of 100,000.
Or more.
So you can see how bogus is going to look in the budget. And for a country like ours, where a lot of people are still illiterate, and everybody scream, "We are hungry. Why are you buying tablets for kids?" A lot of people did not understand the policy, but throughout his time in office, he continued the policy, which was a very, very good one. Even though some parents and teachers allegedly were selling some of these tablets to other people, but it's a very, very good policy, because even in the advanced country, kids as young as 3-4 years old, they give them laptop, they give them tablets. Like, you have a laptop, you have a tablet to learn, and that is, you can tell why they are tech savvy, and all the greatest tech inventions come from that part of the world. And I feel like if federal government wants to really do this, we don't need to go through this very beautiful headline. I think we should just incorporate
into the schools,
tech into the schools from primary level. Every school should have internet service that is subscribed for by the government, and everybody should have, at least every school should have like a computer lab where there's at least 10 computers. In 2025 up to now, there are still so many places where students are taught computer by drawing on the blackboard to say this is what a keyboard looks like. There are so many Nigerian kids that have never seen a computer. So the federal government cannot be coming to talk about training people in the digital economy if they have not really fully implemented this computer and digital literacy into our curriculum. So it goes beyond saying that's what we should be doing. JAMB is now taken by CBT, which is by computer. So how do you expect people to come all the way from primary, secondary to now write their exam by CBT when people in the villages don't even know what a keyboard looks like, except for what their teacher drew you on the blackboard, depending on how good his drawing is. Now, the digital economy is very, very big, and it's something that we need to tap into. And in North America, Canada, and the US, they are outsourcing a lot of their jobs to Asia now. Philippines, Bangladesh, Indians. These are web designing jobs, IT, customer service, etc. And it saves them up to 70% compared to when they hire somebody from the US. And beyond that, so many countries, especially in Europe, Dubai in the Middle East, now have a special visa called the Nomad visa, where even people in the digital professionals from even America and Canada that wants to run for huge tax can come into Dubai, for example, to not pay tax. All you need to do is just pay your rent and your health insurance, and you can live in Dubai for 2 years, renewable. So they are gaining from that digital economy. So if government wants to do this, you can't just say you want to train 100 people. So when 100 million people, when you train the 100 million people, let's say you're able to do it.
Yes.
How strong is the broadband across the country for them to be able to access this job? A lot of people will lose their job even if they get the digital job because of fluctuating internet. A lot of people will lose their job in 1 week. That is one. What about power? You need power to be able to do these jobs. What about the policies? So is our policies robust enough that when my employer from America starts sending me dollars, EFCC will not come and arrest me and call me Yahoo boy? Do we have broad policies? Do our agencies understand this? So is a three, if we want to tap into the digital global economy, is very, very beautiful, but it's a whole 360-degree thing. So not just you train people, you build the infrastructure, which is internet and power, then you build the policies that will attract, that will even give confidence to the people that wants to employ Nigeria. A lot of Nigerian people will tell you that they've lost so many jobs from just applying and there's Nigeria on their resume or their CV, and they just say no. So the government needs to give these employers confidence to say, okay, when you employ, we know there are a few bad eggs among us,
yes,
but is the system prepared to help these people, track people down here. Do we have collaborating effort and policies to help this? So it's a 360 degree. So the government cannot just throw us a bone to just say, okay, go and eat this bone. We'll come back again to throw us. And I like to add again, about 18 months ago, the Minister for Youth Development started something like this to train youths across the country. We've not seen the people that were trained up till now. Money was allocated. He was moving around the country, and he went on national TV to say he's going to train youth in both this digital economy and even skill acquisition. So we've not seen the end of it. I believe 18 months is enough time to train
Definitely.
people. And to train people, we don't really need classroom and all. If it's digital economy, it can be done remotely. So training 100 million people is possible with their phone, with their computer, with their laptop. But then again, we need power
and internet access.
internet.